Hey everyone, Summer here with AstariaSen, and uh, yesterday I just got back from going to Michigan and visiting with Rochelle. We had an amazing time, and she made me feel so welcome and so comfortable. Her house is pretty amazing. She has a swimming pool in her backyard, and I mean, she has these really cool lanterns that are hanging in her backyard, and oh man, it's real pretty out there. And Sully, oh my gosh, Sully's such a sweetie. He cuddled with me a couple of times. He's a hugger. But we had a great time. We visited with Carla, which is her sister, who also does Amethyst Ascension with her and usually does lives occasionally with us, I think, in the sisterhood chat. But she was really sweet. We went and visited her house too, and she has like a bigger property, a smaller house, but like a bigger property. And I mean, she's got a big swimming pool out there. She's got her grandkids with her and her kids with her, and it was just real pretty. And she's got these sweet little moth fairies. Okay, so I'm totally going with fairies, but they're like these feathered moth thingies, and I can't remember what she called them. She had a name for them. But apparently she had looked it up. So, but they are so cute. Um, I will go ahead and probably share a picture of them on my Instagram. So you can find my Instagram account down in the description. Anyway, so that was so cool. I really enjoyed just spending time with people that I connected with in a pagan way. And we did so many tarot readings. We tried out so many tarot spreads and tarot decks, and we did a lot of talking. There was a whole lot of talking. Like, I literally went to visit her. I didn't go to like sightsee or anything like that, but I literally went to visit Rochelle, and we literally spent an entire week just talking completely. And the flies here are insane still. It's almost worse than what it was the last time I did a video. But while we were there, she also made me a tarot bag for my Forest Creatures tarot. Isn't that so cool? Isn't it cute? Oh my gosh, it turned out so good. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Rochelle, for such a wonderful, amazing time. They do have, where Rochelle is, they did have one like pagany crystal-y shop. Coyote Wisdom, I think is what it was called. And I found the Mystical Wisdom deck there, which is one of the ones on my wish list. And then the Inspirational Visions. It's like an oracle. And these are so cute. I can't wait to do like a little mini walkthrough with you guys. But here's the book. It's kind of thick, man. Kind of thick. Yeah. I'll just do like a couple of the cards. Like, it's very much like very fantasy themed, fae. It's got a lot going on in it. Oracle deck, you know, it's just one of those things. So yeah, that's that one. And most people know what the Mystical Wisdoms looks like. It's an older deck with Josephine Wall, but I will do a walkthrough anyways, just because that's who I am and that's what I like to do. And while I was there, which again, I will post on my Instagram, I found tree spirits. I found them at Rochelle's and I found them at Carla's, and it was so cool. And I found out that the tree spirits that I found at Carla's were in a tree that she actually did like a ritual and a hug and stuff like that with. So that's so cool. I think all trees have their own tree spirits, but some of them decide to show you and some of them don't. So it's iffy. But anyways, I'll post the pictures for those also on my Instagram so you guys can see them. And yeah, so then I wanted to tell you what happens when you don't leave an offering for the fae. So I was at Rochelle's and we did the full moon. There was the full moon. We ended up doing like full moon spreads, but I didn't actually leave an offering at the full moon like I normally do for the fae. Like, I usually leave moon water or some honey, or I'll do some flower seeds or something like that. Well, I picked a flower and I had put it between some books, and then I stuck it in a like a little baggie and left it open so that I've done this before, you know, I've never had a problem. But you stick it in a little baggie and leave the baggie open so that it doesn't like the flowers dried when you stick it between things. I stuck it in one of my one of my journals that I had brought with me. But anyways, I picked it outside of Coyote Wisdom. It's a super, super pretty purple flower. And I said, you know, please and thank you to the flower, but I didn't leave the offering for the Fae, and so it is ruined, guys. Like, look at that. You can't even get it out of the baggie because it just falls apart, and it's not okay. So that's what happens when you do that. And it was purple. Like when I took it out of the thing and put it in here, it was purple. It is not purple anymore. So yeah, that's what happens when you don't leave an offering for the Fae and there's something that you want from them. But anyways, yeah, so it was a great time. I hope to do more traveling. I'm actually going to travel again in January. I have it all set up to spend well, it's not, it'll be the day, we'll actually leave like the week after my 40th birthday, which is this coming January. And we're gonna go to Mexico. We're gonna go to like a resort down in Mexico. And I've never been to Mexico, so I had to get a passport. I'm gonna wait like 18 weeks for it or something like that. So that's fun. And then other than that, I mean, like, I want to do more things that I'm really enjoying and stuff like that. And I'm still working on my fairy den. Sorry, guys. There's just been so much going on. There's no way for me to show you footage yet, even though I have footage. I just haven't been able to put it all together. And there's still so much for me to do in that fairy den. Like, so much. But that's what I've said. I just wanted to get on and tell you guys how the trip went and just show you the things that I had come across in Michigan. And I don't know, that's when you meet somebody in person that you've known for a couple of years but never met in person before, there's a much bigger energy about it, and you get a sense of the person. I mean, I love Rochelle. I've loved Rochelle since I first started watching YouTube, and I had a connection with her 2 years ago, and then we kind of just got to talking and everything. And when I went to visit her, she is an amazing person. She's got this great energy, and when you put her and Carla together, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah, their energy together is almost like intensified and electrified, and it's just really there. That's the best way I could describe it. It's just really there. But I had a lot of fun talking with them. My trip out there, yeah, that was rough. And my trip back was not, but we did a spell, and I'll tell you about that in just a second. But on my trip out there, because I had to go through 2 stops and I had 2 layovers. So I went from Casper to Denver, had a layover in Denver, went to Denver to Chicago, had a layover in Chicago to Lansing. That's how it was supposed to go. And the same coming back, okay? So when I go there, I get to Denver just fine. And then the layover in Denver was a little bit shorter than anticipated, but it wasn't bad. I got to my plane fine. Then I get to Chicago and like everything fell apart. I'm by myself traveling, and that's something I don't do. So that was hard on me. But I did bring luggage. Like, I had to check in luggage, and I had a little bag that was with me too. But the little bag went on the plane with me. It was a personal bag, not a carry-on, because I couldn't pay for the carry-on, but I did pay the $35 extra for the luggage, right? So in Chicago, my plane got canceled. That was supposed to go to Lansing, and I couldn't get another plane for a while, and I ended up staying the night in the airport, and I was terrified, absolutely terrified. I was talking to Rochelle and my significant other through most of it, but it wasn't as bad though. Like, I was terrified, but I had a couple of people with me, and things happen for a reason, right? So I had a couple of people with me, both going to Lansing, believe that or not. One was a guy, one was a girl, and the girl was very, she was calming me down, and she, like, not calming me down, but like in the sense of we had conversations, which helped keep my calmness. It wasn't like I was, throwing a tantrum there or something like that. I don't really do that. I was stressed, extremely stressed. I did cry a couple of times, but not in front of anybody. But, yeah, I ended up staying overnight, and then the next morning I caught a morning flight to Detroit, Michigan, and Rochelle had to come pick me up there in Detroit, which I think it's like an hour and a half away from Lansing, I think. So I didn't actually end up getting a plane to Lansing. But then when we got to Detroit, they lost my luggage. They couldn't find my luggage. So that was a lot of fun too. And the guy that was with us, he was one who put a tracker in his luggage. So he knew it was actually in the airport. And he told the people, he's like, I know my luggage is here. I've got a tracker here. And if you find my luggage, you'll find all these other people's luggage. Because everybody who wasn't able to get on the plane to Lansing the night before was pretty much on that Detroit flight because they still needed to get to Michigan. So that was a long trip, and I don't think I got to Rochelle's until after lunch. So yeah, a couple of days and playing stuff and fun, right? So then we decided that on the way back, we were going to do things a little bit differently. And Rochelle and I did like a little travel spell, which turned out perfect. And so my trip back was amazing. So I will go ahead and let you guys have a great fairy day and see you guys next time.